Bring your curiosity. Let's see where it leads. Hey guys, and welcome back to EccentricAloof. Today's episode is Sim Life. Are we the players or the game? Level 1, what is the simulation? Have you ever felt like life's glitching? Like something's off? That feeling you get when things don't quite add up? Today we're diving into simulation theory. What it is, why people think we might be living in one, and whether we're the players or just part of the game. I know we've all had some glitchy moments. Sometimes I'll see repeating numbers, and yeah, it could just be my monkey brain trying to find patterns, but sometimes it's so weirdly repetitive it actually freaks me out. Like one day I kept seeing 666 everywhere. I know that number has a bad rep, but I didn't get a malicious vibe from it. It was just uncanny. The entire day I saw it everywhere. And then later that same day I got assigned numbers at a new job. And guess what they were? 666. Crazy. Other numbers like 94, 144, and a few others keep popping up for me. And like I said, it could just be pattern-seeking monkey brain. But it's still weird and glitchy. It's almost like the universe is winking at me. And then there's stuff like the Mandela effect. People collectively remembering past events wrong. Like, hello, if that's not a glitch in the Matrix, what is? Seriously, how do we all get this wrong? Or those little NPC moments, where you're doing something totally on autopilot without even thinking about it. And then you catch yourself mid-action like, whoa, am I even awake? Or deja vu, those times you feel like you've already lived this exact moment before. And the crazy part, it's always a normal moment, like making coffee, and suddenly you're in Groundhog Day. And then there are the little everyday glitches. Like you're about to text someone and they text you first with the exact same thing you were gonna say. Or thinking of a person you haven't heard from in forever, and then they call you out of nowhere. Don't even get me started on reflections that make you think a person's there and nope, it's just a lamp. Those tiny things are enough to make you feel like the world's glitching. Have you ever had one of those moments where your reality feels off? When most people think about simulations, the Matrix usually comes to mind. Red pill, blue pill, morning after pill. And suddenly you wake up, squint at the ceiling, and think, okay, what did I actually do last night? But it's not just Hollywood. Shows like Black Mirror explore the same questions in even more twisted, modern ways. In Playtest, a video game becomes impossible to separate from reality. In White Bear, someone's entire reality is controlled without them even knowing. And there's more. Nosedive shows a world where every action and social interaction is scored, almost like living inside a program. Imagine your phone judging you while you scroll. Oh wait, it kinda does that anyway. San Junipero explores a digital afterlife. Hang the DJ has relationships dictated by a simulation algorithm. And 15 Million Merits traps people in a game-like system, forced to perform for survival. I feel like we're all a little trapped in a Black Mirror episode sometimes. Sorry, not sorry. And of course, there are the classics. The Truman Show, where a man's whole life is secretly filmed and orchestrated. Stranger Than Fiction, where a man realizes his life is being narrated and controlled by a story. Sometimes I like to think I'm the star of my show, but maybe I'm just a recurring extra. Or maybe I'm both. It's a Kaufman plot twist waiting to happen. And then my main men, Charlie Kaufman and Charlie Brooker. I don't know what it is about Charlies. I just love them. Kaufman dives into the deepest, weirdest layers of reality. Eternal sunshine of the spotless mind. Plays with memory and subjective experience. Being John Malkovich literally lets you live inside someone else's mind. Schenectady, New York is this massive, recursive play where reality and fiction are constantly folding into each other. Brooker, on the other hand, shows us how tech, society, and our own decisions can feel just as scripted, sometimes eerily so. I'd watch a 2-hour film of Kaufman watching someone make coffee, and I'd get it. Seriously, Kaufman makes your brain melt. Brooker makes it tingle, and I'm here for both. These stories hit us because deep down, we wonder the same thing. What if the world around us isn't as solid as it looks? And that's exactly what simulation theory asks. Like, what if this whole podcast is just me talking to a bunch of code right now? Simulation theory is simple to state, but wild to think about. What if the universe we live in isn't base reality, but a kind of program? Maybe we're the players, or maybe we're just part of the game. And listen, after all the time I've spent torturing Sims by deleting the pool ladder, I'm terrified of what my player might be doing to me. Philosophers have been asking similar questions for centuries. Plato's allegory of the cave is basically an ancient simulation theory thought experiment. People see shadows on a wall and think that's reality. Descartes asked, how do we know we're not dreaming or being tricked by some evil genius? Yeah, thanks, Descartes. My brain already hurts enough before coffee. Like, let me sip first, then we can question reality. Basically, humans have been questioning the solidity of reality for a long time. And it's not just science and philosophy. Spiritual traditions have been hinting at the same idea for thousands of years. Hinduism and Buddhism talk about Maya, the illusion of the material world. Some mystics suggest that reality is shaped by consciousness itself, or that higher dimensional beings may be observing us. If that's true, I hope whoever is watching me at 2 a.m. while I'm eating cereal straight from the box is at least entertained. In other words, maybe the simulation isn't digital at all. Maybe it's something we can't even define. Even modern science has its own quirks that feel simulation-y. Quantum particles behave differently when observed. Reality flickers like pixels on a screen, and sometimes the universe seems glitchy. It's like reality goes full buffering wheel. You know, that little spinning circle on your screen? Yeah, that. And when you combine that with deja vu, repeating numbers, and those little NPC moments we all get, it starts to feel like maybe, just maybe, there's more going on behind the scenes than we realize. Simulation theory taps into something universal, that nagging feeling that life might be slightly off. Like when your brain goes, wait, didn't I just do this exact thing yesterday? And you're just standing there holding your coffee like an NPC waiting for the next line of code. And whether you're a sci-fi nerd, a philosopher, or just someone who notices weird coincidences, it makes you wonder, are we living in a program, or are we just imagining it all? Next episode, we'll dig into the tech side of things. Could our universe really be engineered, and how would we even know? Spoiler, I'm pretty sure my Monday mornings are already a simulation and not a fun one. But for now, just sit with that idea and enjoy the little glitches along the way. Until then, keep searching, keep wondering, and question everything. I'll see you in the rabbit hole or the server room, wherever we're all running.